Hi guys, today we're going to talk about rounding numbers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just do some examples for you. With each example, I'll explain what I'm doing. Here are the steps that we want to follow. And when I'm done, then you'll have a chance to fill in the notes that are on Canvas and then try a few of your own. All right? So to start rounding numbers, here are the rules. And I think what I'm going to do is put a number down and then we'll read through the rules and see if we can do it together. So to begin, I'm going to give you the number 721 and I want to round to the tens place. So number one, it says underline the place that you're going to round to. I just said I'm going to round to the tens place. With my number 721, I know the 2 is in the tens place. That number, 2, is the number I'm rounding. I'm rounding the 2 or the 20. I'm rounding. That is what I'm rounding. Number 2, it says look to the digit to the right. I'm looking at the 1. The 1 will tell the 2 what to do. So look to the digit to the right. I did. It's a 1. Number 3. If that digit is less than 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, if it's less than 5, it is, then the underlined digit stays the same. Okay, so the 2 is going to stay the same. Now, we did number 3. It says if it was less than 5, it is. So number 4 says if it's more than 5, it isn't. I'm going to skip number 4. Number 5 says all digits to the right of the underlined digit become a 0. So if that's the case, and I'm rounding this, we just said, we looked at the 2 is what I'm rounding to. I look to the right, it's less than 5, so the 2 stays the same, and everything after it becomes a 0. Does that make sense? That 721, would round to 720. Yes, that makes sense. Let's go to the next one. I have 5,695. It says round to the hundreds place. Underline. That digit that I just underlined, the 6, that's the digit that is either going up or staying the same. All right. I look to the right. It is a 9. If it's less than 5, I do rule 3. Nope. If it's 5 or more, the digit that's underlined goes up 1. Okay. The digit that underlined is going to go up 1 to a 7, and everything else behind it turns into zeros. 5,695 rounds to 5,000. That goes up 1, and everything else becomes a 0. 5,695 rounds up to 5,700. Yes, that makes sense. All right, let me erase. Let's try another one. Actually, maybe I could just go down. We'll just scoot down a little bit. All right, let's try another one. Oh my goodness, I have a huge number. 7,384,409. Woo, look at that big number. 7,384,409. Okay, did you notice I didn't say the word and? All right, here we go. That is going to round to the nearest thousands place. 1,000. Okay. That digit is the digit that is either staying the same or going up 1. I know everything behind it turns to zeros. Okay, so here we go. 4. I look to the digit to the right. It is a 4. Step 3 says if it's less than 5. It is. The underlined digit stays the same. So 4 stays a 4, and everything behind it becomes a 0. Now, what we can't forget is everything in front of the, oh, it stays the same, everything else becomes a 0. Okay, we can't forget that everything in front of the underlined, we still have to put it, right? So I said 7,384,409 rounds to 7,384,000. All right, let's try a few others. Okay, the next one, sometimes it will say round to the bold number, round. So instead of underlining it, it makes it look like this. Right? And if we saw that, we said which number's bold? Well, the 9. It's in the thousands place. Underline it. Look to the number to the right. It's a 4. If it's less than 5, yep, the underlined digit stays the same. The 9 stays the same. What happens to all the rest of the numbers? They become zeros. 9,408 rounded to the nearest thousand, 9,000. Let's look at the next one. We have 13,590. The bolded number in the hundreds place. Okay. We look to the right. It's a 9. Is it less than 5? No, more than 5. If it's more than 5, what does the underlined digit do? Go up 1. Let's go back. The underlined digit is going to go up 1. Remember, we have to put everything in front of the underlined digit. 1, 3. The underlined digit you just told me is going to go up 1, and everything else becomes zeros. 13,590 rounded to the nearest hundred is 13,600. All right, let's try another one. Okay. The bold digit is a 6. It's in the tens place. I look to the number to the right. It's a 2. Is it less than 5? Yes. What does the underlined digit do? Stays the same. So everything in front of the underlined digit, that never changes. The underlined digit, you said, stays the same, and everything else becomes a 0. 3,962 rounded to the nearest 10. 3,960. All right, we have a few more we're going to try. Okay, here we go. We have 4,055. 4 is bolded, so we're rounding to the thousands place. I look to the number to the right. It is less than 5. That tells me 4 stays the same. Everything else turns to zeros. Next, 91,625. 6 is bolded. I look to the number to the right. It is less than 5. That tells me the underlined digit stays the same. Everything after it turns to zeros. Make sure you put the beginning of your number. 91,625 rounded to the nearest hundred, 91,600. 1,542 rounded to the nearest 10. Okay, I underlined that is the digit that is either changing or stay the same. I look to the next. The number next door is the one who tells it what to do. It's a 2. Is it less than 5? Yes, it is. He says stay the same. Okay. stay the same. Everything else turns to a 0. Last but not least, I'm going to give you 656. The 6 is the number that we're going to the hundreds place. I look next. The number next to it is a 5. If it's 5 or more, what happens to the underlined digit? It goes up 1. Everything in front of it stays the same. The underlined digit you just told me goes up 1. 6 becomes a 7. Everything after it is 0. 3,656 rounds up to 31,656 rounds up to 31,700. All right, we have just gone through these notes. I want you to look at the notes and see if you can fill them out. I will give you another video telling what your homework is. All right, guys, your homework then is the next page. I believe it's attached. You should be able to click on it and write on it. Here are 18 problems. We are rounding the first set to the tens. We're rounding this set to the nearest hundreds. We're rounding the final set to the nearest thousands. When you finish it, you should be able to submit it back onto Canvas for me to check.